Broadcast live.
So we're out here at the Ciroc On Arrival launch with Casper Nyovest, and I've got DJ PH who just came back from Miami, and he left us. I understand you're broke.
I'm not broke. I invested, not spent. I invested a whole lot of money in that trip, and it was worthwhile. So broke is relative as well.
Well, you said you were broke. I was just reiterating you.
No. Well, I mean, I spent a lot of money, and like I hurt the pocket, investing in that trip, but it was worthwhile. It was definitely worth every single cent. And I think that's the difference between a few people and I think people who end up moving forward is that they invest in whatever it is that they believe in instead of waiting and hoping for, I think just put in the extra bit of hours, money, time, effort, anything that you can to kind of forward your dreams. And yeah.
It was a very exciting trip to watch. I mean, you, Black Coffee, Euphonic, the whole team out there flying the flag. What are some of the things that you picked up, either from, Black Coffee and Euphonic hanging out where you guys were, and just also how they received the music, South African music that side?
For me, the biggest thing that I think I left with and I foresee happening, it obviously started with the whole Black Coffee thing where Drake has now taken that sound. A whole lot of the guys, and I think this is the right time to kind of go out there in the world. I think for me the biggest thing is that a whole lot of these guys are so interested in South Africa, not South African, but in the African sound. It's something that they can't really replicate right now. Americans consume. So I think it's high time that we kind of give them whatever it is that we need to give them. Well, give off that sound because they don't have it. But I think also we need to kind of export ourselves that side as well. There's more to the world than just South Africa and Africa. But it takes investing and going out there and seeing what's being done in the rest of the world. Instead of waiting for someone to come to you and be like, oh, okay, you're the popular guy from here, let's work with you. As opposed to go out there, I am this. And also, another thing I realized what works that side is people hype themselves up. And they'll back it up, but they'll hype themselves up. I was in Times Square, literally for 6 blocks, you had a group of, a team of, say maybe 10 to 15 guys pushing one artist. They have a boombox playing, giving out the CD, selling the CD. This is what's going on. This is the next guy. He's performing here. And even if it's not performing whatever space, they're pushing that guy. You want to actually hear, okay. And I ended up buying the CD of that guy. I forgot his name, but I bought the CD and I took a photo with him. And I hope he blows up. But that's the kind of, I think we're so focused on the social media space, and the social media is only a minute part. I mean, a small number of our consumers, as opposed to the streets. I mean, I remember Euphonic's tweets talking about availing yourself at taxi ranks where the people are. And that's what we should be doing. So yeah.
You're somebody that's, kind of guarding the culture. You're on radio, you're a club DJ. You're kind of somebody that sees a wide picture of what's happening in the culture. And what are some of the patterns that you're picking up in the different areas that you are in?
Kamo, what are you doing?
It's fine. They're living the best lives.
So, sorry, man. Okay, obviously. No,
ningadlula. Oh, okay.
I messed it up. Okay, what was that question?
So I was saying, you're a DJ, you're playing in clubs, you're a radio DJ as well. You're somebody that's, kind of experiencing different sides of the music thing. What are some of the patterns that you're picking up, whether in music and artists? What are some of the things that you're picking up in your different spaces?
In South Africa or just...
South Africa. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's open it up.
I think for me, obviously there's a whole lot of things that we're not doing that are being done that side. In radio, that side, if a song comes out today, it's being played. Obviously, there's rules and regulations in South Africa, but at least with that side, it can be played 4 or 5 times on a show in 1 hour, as opposed to, I don't think we're pushing songs enough. I think it's hey, get my song on iTunes and Bob's your uncle, and you're expecting, because I'm this popular person for everyone, and it's number 1 or number 2 or whatever, whereas number 1 is really based on searches, plays, and purchases. It's not just purchases, It's obviously great that everyone gets number 1, but I think we kind of neglect the ground, the people who don't have access to the internet. And I think also we need to kind of chase our steps back and be who has access to the internet, who's my target market, a whole lot of things, But going back, in the clubs, we're not playing or performing songs enough. I launched a song today, I played once, and that's that. As opposed to, I remember, it wasn't even my song. I remember Dream Team had sent me Yaya the one time and I got it, and I played it at least 6-7 times. People were annoyed, but by the end of the night they knew that song, you know. And I don't think we have that culture of pushing enough, you know. Like Casper's doing an amazing job. He shoves a song down your throat and you end up liking it if you didn't. Like I'm a huge fan of his music. I like his music, you know. But I love how you'll see someone tweeting or saying whatever on social media one time saying, it's trash, and then next thing, sha, you know, whatever, you know. And that's great marketing, you know, and that's what you should be doing. Living, you are your best asset, you know. No one else is going to know how hungry you are, not even your management. So I think for me, it's like you need to be able to push whatever product it is that you are the product. Push yourself, you know, push yourself extra and extra and extra. And I think we're not doing that, but the things that we are doing, we are growing, we are kind of spreading the sound, and we're moving away from just consuming that sound and duplicating it. At least now we have like a homely feel to a lot of the music that we make. So yeah. Also, for me, what I picked up that side, I went to go play South African music that side, you know, and we have something, we might not realize it, but we have something which is an African sound, the jump kick, the kit, just the whole vibe. And I think we need to export that. But yeah, but there's a lot of work to be done as well. Yeah.
Look, quick question. You also got your own song that's out, Till the Morning. It's a banger. What's happening with that? I mean, you're saying we need to push the stuff. Yeah. I won't lie. I mean, I've heard it play a million times on my phone. How's it going with that? Pushing your own music and how do you decide? Because sometimes people don't like this whole thing of DJs playing their own songs in the club. Yeah. Where do you stand with that?
So for me, I'm from the same school of thought. Like for me, I at least play my song 3 times in a set. Like whether it'll be the original and I'll mash it up with something else, you know, so just familiarize yourself with it. But I play my song on the show weekly. I make sure DJs are playing, and at least I ask, you know, like, hey bro, can you play my song? And if you mix it up with whatever, you know. But again, I'm my only asset. For me, I can do whatever it is that I can. We had difficulty with the video. We had shot it and then we had to redo it again. And then because of the placement and whatever, we had to redo it. So now, hopefully it's gonna come out. But like I've got new music coming out. You know, it was a lesson learned. I'm actually happy that all of that stuff happened, so that at least now know moving forward what needs to be done. It was my first time, you know, and I wanted to learn and make mistakes. You know, I think we learn from making mistakes. Well, at least I speak for myself. But the whole plan is to learn from making mistakes and kind of, yeah, man. You know, like at least now I've learned what to do and what not to do and what to look out for. And yeah.
As DJ PH, Till the Morning is the single. It's out. It's on Slickon Live. Download it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for having me. I must say, one thing that I think is missing in this country, as much as internet is still an issue, what I realized that side was a big issue. A big issue is not a big issue. We don't have enough podcasts. We don't have enough things. So platforms like Slicker are great, you know. But I think more needs to be done. Like, let's have like podcast shows, or you know, like let's have a Slicker on live radio show, you know, like that exists online, that puts out. Yeah, I'll send you the invoice. I'll send you the invoice that puts out, you know, like the new talent. Another thing we're not doing enough, and I think, and it's a culture that I think we need to get into. Artists are bubbling under too long, right? Artists are bubbling under too long, where I don't even think nowadays we can come up with a freshman list of like 10 artists who are new, who came up last year and are going to blow up in the next year or two, you know? Whereas we need to kind of be working on that stuff and like, actually, you know what? Okay, cool. So-and-so and so-and-so are big, fine, let them live, as opposed to just focusing on these 3 guys and like we neglect so much. There's so much talent out there, you know? How long is Avery, so I don't want to throw names. How many, you know, how long are so many guys gonna bubble and remain bubbling under, and then 3 years later when it does blow up, it's like, oh yeah, but we know you know, as opposed to, okay, cool, this year these guys, fine, next 2 years, next batch of artists, you know. So I think we need to kind of work on systems like that, you know?
We need to get this guy on the balcony. Okay, he's got a lot to share. I got
a lot to say, my bad.
I might just get you on the red couch. We're going to do that. DJ PH, Till the Morning is out, Slicker on live. He's coming on the red couch. He has to.
That's right.